Hello guys, welcome once again.
Hey, how you
Um,
doing?
Hi. Wow. We're gonna be talking about Ready to Love today, and I would say that I did enjoy today's episode.
Yeah, it
I
was
did
pretty
enjoy it.
good. Yeah, I
Yeah,
yeah, I definitely enjoyed it today. I rewatched it and everything, so I could get a more fresher outlook
yeah,
on everything. But yeah, I like this one. It was pretty good.
I did. So, um, Firstly, we let's talk about the person that went home. You didn't join us last week on this thing. I didn't actually do it. Okay, I think I did, but I joined another panel since we're
Mm-hmm.
not available. I joined another person's panel on YouTube, so I didn't do it on mine. But we talked about red, and I when we were asked that the person that was hosting the panel was like, who did we think that was gonna go home? I actually did say Marvin, but I was surprised it was Red. I guess I understand why Red was going home. His issues was just too much. He prioritized his job a lot. I understand having pride in the job you do, get. But I also understand that you are in a show, you're trying to find love, you're trying to date people. I don't think your job should be the one thing you keep on mentioning over and over and over and over again. It was literally exhausting. Very, very exhausting. I don't know if you also saw it like that.
Well, yeah, I did. I kind of felt that Red was going to go home because he was just, uh, too flamboyant as far as I'm known in the streets and everybody knows who I am, and like, okay,
Yeah.
you know. So I was like, okay, he's about to like dig himself a hole that he can get himself out of. And that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what he did. And then like, look, you're a gentleman, right? And when women are, excuse me, being rude to you, that doesn't mean you have to be ruder, you know. So some of the things he was saying, I was like, dude, don't say that. That's not cool.
And the fact that what one pissed me off more was the fact that he's a comic, he's a comedian that cannot take a joke.
Yeah. That's
Because
funny.
I have some comedy friends, like friends that are into comedy. I know before you will get them pissed off, you have to
Hmm.
try really hard because that's the job they do. They make joke of people, like they have fun with other people's misery, or they talk about the issues you're going on with. So they're already accustomed to that lifestyle, so they know how to handle their own emotions
Oh
when it
yeah.
comes to people coming at them. So I was surprised, like you're a comic, you're a comedian, and you can take a little joke on
It's
you.
having a heckler. It's like having a heckler out there while you're telling jokes. They know how to handle hecklers, but he just didn't know how to
Yeah,
handle a strong woman's opinion and how she felt. You know what I'm saying? You can't knock her for how she feels.
I just feel
She
like his
just
ego
wasn't
was
feeling it.
his ego was bruised, and at that moment he
Yes,
wasn't having it.
true.
That's what I just feel like. His ego was bruised and was like, you know what? I'm tired of this bullshit, because he kept on going lower and lower and lower and lower. I was like,
Yeah,
which steps? I was like, God, the heck is this guy going lower? Like, can't you just
yeah.
say, okay, fine?
Okay, yeah, we're not compatible. So let me see who I'm compatible
Okay,
with.
exactly. I
Yeah.
move on. I'm not compatible with you. Let me move on to the next person. Like, you could have done that. You could have literally avoided her all throughout your stay in this show. But you
That's true.
couldn't. His ego was just too bruised for him to like, okay, I'm gonna let it go. Every time he said, I want to have a talk with you, I'll be like, oh Jesus, not again.
Yeah, but it
Because
also goes to show his immaturity. You know what I'm saying? That, that
yeah,
that's really immature of a guy to do that. You know what I'm saying? To just
yeah.
rag on a woman and just because she's not feeling you. You know?
Hmm.
So I
because
didn't really.
I feel like if he were me in that state, I would totally avoid her all throughout my stay.
Right. Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
everybody's different. It just goes to show his personal his issues, and I feel like he's a problematic person because ever since this thing has been coming, people have been coming for him on. Sorry. People have been coming for him online. He has been ranting. Producers did me. Editing did me. My thing is, why is it that every time things doesn't go wrong right for somebody, the next people you bloom is the producers and the editors and everybody? Like, oh, they edited me in the wrong way. They produced this in the wrong way. As much as I know that yes, the producers always want to create a storyline, right? And the editors want to create a
Right.
storyline. Sometimes I don't think they can create it that much of a creation that will make you look like one monster that you are. Like, I know that they will still take out of what you did. Yes, they might spin it out of, you know, out of this world, but at least you did that.
Right. Right.
Well, enough of him. He's off the show, and I'm happy that he did go. I
Yeah.
literally am happy that he did
Yeah.
leave this episode.
Yeah. He was definitely not ready to love.
Exactly, not ready to love at all. Now let's go to this date. Like, I want to talk about this date. Sure, I want to talk about these people. We had Herbert and Quentin going on a date with Kira and Janelle.
Right.
I would say something here. Like, what was going on with Janelle? Why the jealousy? Like, okay, I won't say jealousy. Okay, let me take a pause. Why was she acting as if Habot was her man and he needed to be so faithful to her when she had Quentin at the side too, trying to be you want to get to know Quentin, you want to get to know Habert, but if Habert wants to get to know somebody else, you're feeling like, oh, okay. Like, it was giving me an energy that I don't like. You want to be I feel like Janelle wants to be the it girl, the girl that all the guys are chasing, and
Right.
the guys are to me. I don't want any other person getting to them. As in, she's been giving that energy, even online. Like, they have this ongoing war between her and Christine. They've been fighting on Instagram. Like, to the fact that Janelle literally went. I don't know whether you know about that. Janelle went to Christine's house.
Oh wow.
Wow, yes, to have a fight with her because
What?
they were having a beef over the guys. And I'm like, it shows on the show. It happened last week. When it happened, I was like, I don't understand where the issues were coming from because nothing happened between them last week. So I don't understand why they were beefing. Now, this episode, I realized that Janelle wants to be that it girl, the girl that the guy wants to be. Because the way she was talking down on Herbert's like, oh, you're not picking my clothes, you're getting to know Christine. And I'm like, you're doing the same thing. You
Yeah.
are already
Exactly.
you are getting to know Quentin, and you're showing it. It's not like you're hiding it. You are showing it. You let people know that you like Quentin. But
Yeah.
because he is now showing that he wants to get to know somebody else, you're not feeling like, okay. And he's open with it. Unlike Quentin. Quentin is lying about all his connections. He's not being open with each other with the ladies um he's getting to know. But Herbert is at least he's being honest. He's bringing you. He's letting you know that okay, fine. I'm getting to know you and this lady, so that there will be no confusion in
Right.
future.
True.
And you're feeling that jealous. Like, I felt a certain kind of way, and the way the look she gave him, like, I was like, I didn't like this for Janelle at all.
Yeah, I can tell that she is a very jealous. I don't know if we were talking about this in past episodes, but I'd seen that jealousy of her, and I said she was giving me like auntie vibes. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
and she just seems like she's just very very jealous and you know um, direct with her jealousy. You know.
Yeah.
when she was telling, who was that, Herbert, how come you didn't call me? You should have called me. And, I've been texting you. And, maybe he was busy. Life doesn't remain around the show when you're not taping all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, wow, she just has an air about her of uh, importance and jealousy.
And I felt like it wasn't necessary to me. It wasn't necessary. I don't think first of all, please, what do the ladies see in Harvard? Because I don't know what they see in this guy. I'm sorry to say this. I don't know what they see in him. He's not that fine of a man. His dreads needs to be cut off because it looks so unkempt.
Yeah,
His beards are so unkempt. So I don't know what they are literally seeing in this guy, because if I was on this show, Herbert will not be on my top 10. I
yeah,
can't deal. Anytime I see his dreadlocks, it's so unkempt. Look at this now, so fucking unkempt. His beard's unkempt. I don't know.
yeah,
I
yeah. He
I
doesn't look neat at all.
yeah, or maybe he has game that we are not seeing, but yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I kept on asking myself last when we did last week's episode, I was like, please, someone should please tell me what reason Harvard is being liked, why he's being chosen, because I didn't understand. He's not that of a flashy guy. I mean, I understand if ladies are going after Quentin. He's fine, he's bodied, he has the build, he has the, six
Right.
packs and the rest. I understand if you're going towards that for Quentin. But for Herbert, he's not bodied, he's not built, and he's unkempt. But why? Why are they like Herbert? And did you also notice that I don't? Also on this date, I realized that he might not really like Janelle the way he says he does.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that he was kind of like stepping back, like, okay, like maybe he's faking it to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
You
it
know, you
doesn't
know,
seem like
fun.
that's his type,
Yeah,
and it doesn't seem really like that's her type either. She's just trying to find a place to be on the show.
exactly. When I titled this episode, when I did my thumbnail, I said these people, they're giving me the vibes. In my thumbnail, I said, are they really ready to love or not? Because watching this episode, I began to say a lot of things like, are really these people here to love, or are they just here to like get more TV time, get more airtime? I'm like, because it's confusing.
Yeah, and some of the guys are there just for the hookup. you know.
Of course,
Yeah.
some of them are just here because I realized that he didn't like Janelle the way he always portrays I like Janelle. I feel like he liked Christine than Janelle.
Yeah.
Because if you notice the interaction he has with Janelle and the interaction he had with Christine, there was a softer side to when he was with Christine, and with Janelle, it looked as if it was like kind of forced.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That
definitely
was,
seen that.
yeah, and I was like, if you know you don't like this person, why forcing it? But I now realize, okay, this show you have to have like 3 or 4 connections to still be on the show. Because if it's only one connection you have, you might likely be voted out. So probably he's holding on to Janelle. And also the reason why Janelle is holding on to him, because she doesn't have any other connection. No other guy is coming to her and saying, I do like her, except Quentin and Herbert. I feel like that is why she just stuck around.
Yeah. I mean, her energy is just crazy. You could see just the jealousy, that's just bursting inside of her. How she looks at the women, and Then she acts like she don't like none of the guys from the beginning, like they were all her not her cup of tea. It's
Exactly.
so like I said, maybe they should have got her with an older set of guys, you know,
Uh, and,
because
and
she's
and when she came on Instagram, like she was making too much noise. Like I was like, she was like, oh, she was on live so many times this week. She was like, there was one live she went on. She was like, I'm a hot babe. Men come after me, and I'm like, if men come after you so much, the way you speak about, why are you still single at that age?
yeah, for real. Why won't you
Don't come
settle down
here.
and marry?
I'm telling you, don't come here telling me of how men chase after you if at the age of 40 something you are still single. That's not a good track record.
Yeah,
It's not even something you should come outside boasting about.
true that. True that. You know.
And
And how old is she? About 38,
what's
30, 40?
I think 40, I think 40, I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she should have been with a like maybe 44 or 46-year-old crowd. Because, like I said, she doesn't seem like she fits with these young ladies. She
Hmm?
gives me auntie vibes.
Another coming to anti vibes, there's another person that gives me anti vibes, and it's Aries.
Yeah,
She
she's too
gives
mature.
me she gives me another anti vibes, and I don't think does she have any connection in the show?
I don't think so. I haven't seen her really have any connection. I've seen her talk to Chris a
The only person
lot.
I've seen her talk to is only, and I feel like
Yeah.
she doesn't like Chris the way she makes it out. Like, okay, looking at these dates now, calling on the chef. I think I thought he tried to make the dates very memorable, calling a chef for her to eat their
Yeah.
local food, and I laughed because he said their local food. I'm from Nigeria as Chris,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm exactly from his tribe.
Okay. All
So
right.
when he said that was his local food, I was like, that's not our local food at all. Like, don't come start lying. Don't come start lying on national TV or international TV because you want to, like make a point. But there's one thing I wanted to pin out, like
Mhm.
when they went on the couch, this couch and was talking, and he started talking about they're talking about their kids, past relationships, and the rest, and he started crying. At that
Yeah.
instant, that was when I know that I realized that Aries didn't like him because if somebody was so emotional, like the way Chris was, I feel like I would have been going, if I like this person, I would have been going for a hug, you know, try to put the
Yeah.
person on my shoulders, like trying to give you a tap,
Yeah.
this kind of thing. But this lady just sat, pulled. I was like, oh, she just stretched the hand. It's
Yeah.
okay. I was like, oh no,
Well, you can
no.
see with her body posture that she's like, okay, I got a crier on my hands. What am I gonna do with this? You know what I'm saying? She didn't reach out and like, hey, baby, come here, come here. I understand how you feel. She didn't say nothing. Like there was no connection. You know what I'm
There was,
saying? And this man was pouring out raw emotion.
yeah.
Not unless he's an actor, and then maybe he can, pull out a tear. But I mean, he was pulling out raw emotions, you know, and I felt it. He pulled out a picture of him and his mom, beautiful painting, like, hey, at least you get to meet my mom on a portrait, if not in real life. That was probably big for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because he felt like they had a connection because she said that she traced her roots, and her roots led back to Africa. So he probably felt like, hey, there's a connection. You know what I'm saying? But the way she's looking, like, look, I already got sons. I'm not trying to raise somebody else's son. You know, that's how she was
that
looking.
exactly. That was how she was looking. She was like, "Oh Jesus." And I think she, at that moment she had a what they say a moment of realization. I was like, no,
Yeah.
no, this is not for me. But
Yeah.
she remembered and said, "Oh, the guys have the control this week. If I act out, they might want to
Hmm.
send me home." She was just like, you know what? Oh, stop. I was like, what was that? He felt embarrassed for Chris because I know at that moment the emotions he was giving out was enough for her to go and give him a hug, even if it's fake.
Yeah.
But at least it warranted a hug to like make him know that
That I'm
okay, I'm
here
here for
with you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually understand where you're going to. I understand the feeling you're like. She felt it was so detached, like her
Yeah.
emotions was detached from Chris in
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
It was so. I was like, no, 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 no. That was.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the way
at
she
this
was
moment,
looking at him and the way she was doing her lips, like,
look at the looks. He was
yeah.
like, oh no,
Yeah, that look was
um,
like,
mm-mm.
I'm not dealing with this. I got a full stomach and bruh, I am out the door.
I'm telling you, it was one of the like today's episode. It was one of the most funniest moments for me when she did that. I was like, mm. My God, I don't think we've ever had that kind of detached emotion before on Ready to Love because it was, no,
Well,
it
no, no,
was bad.
no. We did remember when what's his name? Marcel Marcella. He was telling who was that? Jaquita Taquita that his father had passed away, and she just sat there and didn't say nothing. No, uh, no, I'm
Okay, Tranquilla, this
sorry.
season,
Was that Tequila?
Tranquilla, yeah, Tranquilla. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, at the
Yes,
beginning
she
of the
too.
show.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
She too. Yeah, now I remember. She too had a detached man.
yeah, yeah.
I
So these people are unemotionally detached on this show. They don't want your baggage. They don't want your drama. You know,
hmm
it's like, hey, if you're not giving me what I want, I'm uninterested.
exactly.
You know, but I'm gonna fight to stay on the show. I'm gonna act like I like you.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they're just doing. I'm gonna act like I'm good so that you won't vote me out. You won't
Yeah,
deem me eligible to love. I feel like that's what most of them are doing.
yeah. It's like they're trying to form little alliances and stuff.
Hmm
You go to bat for me when it's the women's time, and then when it's the girls' time,
When
I'll
it's the
go to
girls'
bat for
time,
you.
I'll go to bat for you. Yeah.
Yeah, a little alliances. Nobody's trying to fall in love. Come on, look at how they looking at each other.
I
Look at the
haven't even seen an
energy.
iota of love on
Yeah,
the
look.
show.
Yeah, just look, watch the energy and the body language.
Oh, talking about body language, this improv, whatever they did, man. If there's one person, I don't think I have her on my slide. If there's one person I felt like it was on her demeanor was unnecessary was Kira.
Oh,
She did as if she was forced to be there, as if they were forcing her to do things she was not supposed to do, or what they were doing there was ungodly or what. Like it's just everybody was having fun. I literally loved it because with Chris and this lady, I loved how they, talked about resolve the conflict that they had. They were acting out. Also with Herbert and I've forgotten her name. I also loved the way they acted. But when it was her, Kira and is it Marie? She was just stone hearted, like no feelings, as if she was forced to be there. Like and also Moray saying that he loves being healthy, and I was like, oh, are you sure? Oh god, it was
yeah,
so funny.
yeah. I just feel like Kira isn't there for all of that. You know what I'm saying? She's like, she reminds me of like a cheerleader, peppy, but I'm into myself. I'm a valley girl, and I don't really deal with this type of thing. And she is just too proper dopper for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a fasana. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? She seems like a
Yeah.
damn cartoon character, you
Hmm.
know? And it doesn't seem like she really likes anybody but
Hmm.
herself.
Yeah. I also feel that way. As in, I feel like maybe she has gone through a lot in her past relationships, and she's just deflecting. Or I don't know. I just don't understand her grip. Like, I think she's just in this show for the food, the TV time,
Yeah.
and
And
nothing
whatever,
more.
yeah, and whatever connection she can get, because
Hmm.
she is a realtor.
Exactly.
She might can pass out some business cards and see if she can sell or buy, help somebody
One or
sell or
two.
buy
Yeah.
something. You know, she's up there networking. you know, that's what she's doing. She's networking.
Exactly. Like if it felt so off for me, I was like, I, mm,
Yeah.
I felt bad because it was so unnecessary because everybody was literally having fun. Every single person there was having fun except her. She just that look was just so unnecessary. And moving forward, there's somebody I literally want to talk about. Is this guy,
Mhm.
um,
Oh.
Marvin?
Uh,
We in the panel I was in last week, we talked about it, and I said something in the panel. I said he's always talking about how much of a dumb he is, but there's one thing I know: this guy ain't any dumb. He's a submissive, aspiring to be a dumb.
uh,
That's what I did say because he's not giving the energy of a dumb at all. He's giving the energy of submissive because the way he talks is he doesn't like. I said it last week. I said there is a way somebody will come to you and talk about this BDSM and you'll be intrigued. You'll be like, okay, I want to listen more. But if this guy comes to tell you about it, you will feel disgusted about it. I
right.
don't know whether it's that he doesn't know how to talk. There's some people that are not just good. They're not good in talking. They don't know how to explain things. Probably that is his issue. Because anytime he talks about this BDSM, I feel more like, man, I don't think I want to be near there at all.
Yeah. He's a little bit on the creepy side to me, I mean,
You said creepy.
yeah, creepy. I wouldn't want him to know my name, my address, my whereabouts, nothing. You know, because he gives me that stalker creepy vibe. Like he goes for the innocent type of women who are kind of naive, or been hurt in a relationship. He seemed like he's the type of dude that, will um, befriend these type of women, and treat them nice at the beginning and then treat them like slaves towards the end. Like, nobody wants to be a sex slave, sir. you know.
I think he also came here to advertise his eroticness. Like, I'm gonna be here to advertise. Because every time this guy goes on dates, he looks for one way to sabotage the dates. I don't know whether you've noticed.
He looks for
If
what?
it's if he looks for a way to sabotage the dates, anytime he goes on a date, there is
Mm-hmm.
one thing that he would say out from his mouth, and even you that was not there on the date, you'll be like, how was this lady feeling when he said this?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine today's date he had with Unique. The date was going well because we know Unique is one person that literally was intrigued by him, right?
Right.
And all of a sudden, the date was going nice. She was having fun. She was laughing. She even gave him her first kiss on the show.
Yeah, I seen that.
Man. And
I seen
from
that.
nowhere, this guy just said, I want kids. Okay, understandable. People want kids in their relationship, and it just started saying favorably, I want a male. Once you give me a male son, a male child, that's over. That's ended. That's just what I want in my life. And I was like, nobody absolutely wants to hear about the fact of I must what the only child you are looking forward to having is a male child. It sounds very narcissistic to me. And
Yeah,
at that moment, you could notice in Unique's face, it just changed. Like, mm, this is not
yeah,
the guy.
yeah.
That's why I say he finds a way to spoil the dates.
Yeah, he does. He really does. He likes to be in total control. You know, and how can you sit back and predict what a sex of a baby is going to be that a woman's carrying in her stomach? So let's say she had all girls. What are you going to do? Leave her in the girls? Like
It
what a
seems like he
dog.
could do that with the way he
Yeah.
spoke. He could do that.
Yeah, like easily. My next kid has to be a male. I don't care if we have 3 or 4 kids. One of them gonna have to be a male. Like, uh, sir, no, thank you. Find somebody else to have your son. you know,
I
I
I
would.
literally I I literally don't didn't know that people that grew up in America or people that yeah, I didn't know that people like that think like that because it's where I hear that thing mostly is from my country because we have this cultural thing that male children are much more useful than females. So when I heard
Mhm.
him saying that, I was like, wow, wow, what mentality does this guy have? Like we over here in Africa trying to like remove that thought
Stigma.
from our parents
Mhm.
saying that oh female children are just useless at the end of the day they just get married and leave the house those kind of things, then the males are the ones that will stay take care of the property and the rest and then we're trying to remove that kind of stigma and thoughts from people's head, and you are coming on TV and being like, oh, a male child is very important to me. I'm just like,
Yeah,
that was true. And the thing is that what upsets me with Marvin is that when he says these things, he says it with a straight face.
yeah, like he's dead serious. You know, he's
He
dead
says
serious
it with
about
a
what he feels.
some people say it maybe after they say they realize that oh wow I might have said some this was not the right thing to say, they will have this change of face demeanor like okay I've said something wrong, but this guy will still stay like stand on his ground. I understand the fact of standing on your ground and saying that okay I've said this, I've said that, I don't need to change who I am for anybody. I'm also of the talk of don't change who you are for anybody. Fine.
Right,
That's why I don't really blame him when he's talking about his BDSM. I just feel like when he's talking about he makes me irritated. He makes me hate it. But I don't say change who you are as a BDSM person. Everybody has their own preferences. I'm not saying
right,
change who you are, but I believe that there's something called common sense, like reading body language, reading the room, understanding that okay, there's some certain things I can't say when I go into a room. Like you enter the room, you read the room, you understand that okay,
right,
I shouldn't say this kind of thing here. This kind of thing shouldn't be said on these certain days. This kind of thing shouldn't be said on this certain event. I don't think he has that kind of reasoning. I don't think he knows how to read human emotions, and I think he lacks empathy of it. Like I think he lacks empathy. That's why he thinks he's so much of a big dumb that he always talks about every time.
yeah. But like I said, I just feel like he goes after women who have been like deeply hurt in the past relationships, or women who are just like really kind of naive, to think, oh, well, he would never do that to me. Because you have some women
Yes.
out there like that, and I think he zeroes in on those type of women, because yeah, at first, Unique, she was just all smiles and oh my God, like wow, that's what you do for a living. And okay, tell me more. Like uh-uh. He just seems so creepy to me. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to kiss nobody like that. Mm-mm. You know,
Oh my
let alone
god.
hold hands. You know what I'm saying?
Oh god. Oh god. He pieces me up. That's why I said I wanted him to go down red. Because he he lacks he lacks this he lacks empathy for me. And if even after going on a date with Unique, saying about the empathy part, after going on a date with Unique, Unique giving you the first kiss, her first kiss of the show to you, right? You still
Hmm.
couldn't defend her when you were in the front of the boys.
Yeah.
That guy
Yeah.
is something else.
Yes,
No
he
ounce of,
is.
as in, like, let me even defend her. Let me try. I know I might not win. I know everybody will still have their opinions about her, but at least you know this lady is the only person. And truthfully, Eunice was the only person that would want to give him the time of day in this
Yes.
show.
Yes. Yes. Because everybody else was
No,
like, nope, I'm not
nobody,
into.
everybody was disgusted by him.
Well, especially when he was talking about that thing about forced orgasm.
Yeah, yeah, we
Like, what
leave.
is
That's
that?
what
What
I'm saying.
the hell?
He doesn't know when to talk. It's how will you be saying that when you're going on a date to someone? So everything on your head is about sex.
Yeah, but forced orgasm? Like, what the hell? That, oh my God.
Leo,
That's almost like rape, ain't it? Isn't that almost like rape? Like a cousin of rape or something? You know what I'm saying? A relative to
man,
rape? Like forced? No, we will not force anything. You know?
my God. I felt so bad for Unique that I like Unique.
Yeah, me
I
too.
felt bad for her because I would not want to go out on a date with a guy that I feel like I like and we have this mutual thing for each other and give you the first kiss that I've given anybody in this show. I give it to you, and for you not to be able to defend me when the guys were talking about me, saying things about me, no ounce of defending. I was like, hmm,
Exactly.
the this guy is not a good human being.
Yeah, you know who I think she would make a really good couple with if he just, well, if she more like made the advance toward him. What is the new guy's name? I forgot.
Chris, Chris.
There's two Chris's.
Yes, the new guy's name is Chris.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, with the new guy Chris, I think they make such a cute
And
couple.
he was the only one that actually stood up for her a little bit.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
the only one. The
Yeah, and he
person that
just
she
met
now
her.
liked so much
Yeah.
that she put all her energy on couldn't even defend her.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but I think they would make a better couple than her and Marvin.
I felt really disgusted, like watching him just stay there and let them talk everything they wanted to say. Like, ew, ew, that was disgusting. Then he will come next time and talk about how much of a dumb he is. If you were dumb, like
Mhm.
I think I have watched movies about doms and I've read novels about doms, and they literally explain how they move.
Okay,
People that
what
are
word are you saying?
doms,
Doms?
yes,
Doms. What
they
is a
they
dom?
I don't know how to explain it. Like Matrix, like a dom is someone that is like when they're in a BDSM relationship, he's like the head.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he's the one that makes the rules, Then we have the submissive. Now you see these people, they don't go out second about it. You sure they don't even their aura alone will make you know that this
Hmm.
person is the boss.
Oh, okay.
The This person is the boss.
I
Like this
get it.
person knows what he's doing. But
Right.
this guy, says it for him when the first episode when he said this thing, I was like, because I've read a lot of novels that involve those kind of things, and I know that in those novels they didn't say those kind of things. We didn't hear about all, them always talking about, oh, I'm a dumb, and no, they don't say that. When he said
Right.
it again in the second episode, I was like, this guy. Then on the fourth episode, last week's episode, I just said it. I said, and unfortunately, on the panel that we were in,
Right.
that was I was in, somebody
Mhm.
that literally is into that stuff was like there too, and she was like, you know what, that guy literally is not a dumb, because she's tired of him always talking about it. Like somebody that is a dumb will not be talking about it every single time, talking, saying how much of a dumb. Your aura alone, your character, the way you carry yourself will let people know that, okay, this is who you are.
Yeah. I kind of
He
wonder where he's getting his material from it, because he's a ironic writer, right? So, like,
yeah.
is that from experience? Does he write about his escapades with women?
I
It-
feel like what he does, because he says he does shows. So I feel
yeah,
like
that too.
we have those kind of clubs. So I feel like when those live performances, where they perform all this live action, where people watch, probably that's the experiences he used to write on his
Yeah.
books. I don't know. I
Yeah,
literally
that's like,
don't.
is he like secretly recording these women? And I wouldn't trust him. Nope.
Exactly. It's true. What you say is true. I wouldn't trust Marvin if he was to
Mm-mm.
practice that on me, because he might be recording me secretly and I'll be like, okay, I feel safe.
Right.
But I don't trust that guy. I don't trust
Yeah.
his look. I don't
No.
trust what he says.
No, he
Nothing.
looks he looks like a little demon. You know, like he's just up to no good.
Not the demon.
Yeah. You know, a
Oh
little
my
imp.
god.
Yeah, a little imp. You know, up to no good. Like why would you come on a love show and you do
Yeah,
that kind of stuff and you trying to find a wife? What? Don't no wife want to
exactly.
be a wife to
If
that?
uh-huh.
You know?
You're looking for a wife and that you cannot protect in her absence. What sort of
Yeah.
husband are you wanting to be? Because that's not a good husband for sure.
Yeah.
I I would not want a husband that cannot literally support me or fight for me when I'm not there to fight for myself.
Right.
I wouldn't want that.
Yeah. Even
But
through
he
your
actually,
dating process.
yeah, he did make a mistake. And moving on, this date, this date was
Yeah,
a
it
lot.
was. It was.
And firstly, we'll talk about this particular talk between Unique and Quentin. I felt like that statement he said was outright rubbish,
Mm,
because I understand that you healing from your past relationship trauma, fine, good, all right. But
mhm.
you judging somebody that is healing and is still healing, and you're being like, oh, ah, I don't need that. Like trying to make her feel as if her not healing yet or she's still healing is like a bad thing. That didn't sit well with me, because
Right.
it's absolutely not her fault that she hasn't healed. And she's out, she came out right about it. I
Right.
haven't, I'm still healing. Like,
Right.
yes, I might come out, I might come off a little bit, snobbish or pushy or this, but it's just that I've gone through a lot. And you don't know what this lady has gone through in her past relationship.
Oh yeah.
You don't effing know what she went through. For her to
Yeah.
still stand up, to still get her from bed after what she has gone through, the trauma she has gone through, even be on the show, and you open your mouth and say, you believe that people should be able to heal from their relationship trauma. I'm not sure he had actually have I'm not sure Quentin has actually had a relationship trauma, because he looks like somebody that gives ladies trauma.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
He
he's
he
in the
doesn't look like
fitness.
someone that would have trauma.
No, he looks like he's had his share of girlfriends in the day where he gets to pick and choose, you know, and you know, maybe she Unique is on the show because, maybe she's looking for her Mr. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes a woman will look for, when she's not all the way healed, she'll look for a man who could kind of help her continue to heal on that journey. That she's looking for somebody to, I don't I can't get the right words, but she's looking for somebody to join her on her healing process that can be a help to her and bring her out of that.
Mm-hmm.
She's not looking for somebody to to take her back to where she just came from, you know.
Exactly.
So yeah, he was real unsensitive with that, like he didn't have the energy for it, or the time, or the understanding, or the compassion. You know, he just seemed like,
He's
hey, that's your thing. That's what you went through. I don't do that. So nah. You can be the little homie sister, but nah. As far as us dating, nah, that's not gonna happen. You know, he, she's she she's just not his type. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I don't think he's
She
really on there to find somebody to
and
love. I don't think he's on there for that.
I also don't think I also don't think he's actually also out there for love too, because first when he said that, I uh I felt pissed off.
Yeah.
I was pissed off at him, and I was like, "You don't judge people like that. Like you look like someone that give hurt, that give trauma, you give pain to girls. So why would you? That's why you feel insensitive about the fact that she
Hmm.
has been through trauma.
Yeah.
Because if you have really, for someone that has really gone through trauma in relationship, you have gone
Hmm.
through pain in relationship, you have gone through, something bad in your past relationship, and you meet somebody, let's say, yes, you have healed from it, you've moved on, you've healed, you're now in another, in a stage in your life, and you meet somebody and the person says, I'm still healing, or I haven't healed, but I'm gonna get there. You would understand, you
Yeah.
will be sympathetic, because you have gone through the same thing.
Well, yeah.
Yes, you healed faster. Yes, a lot of people have different dynamics. People have different ways how they cope with things, how they move on fastly from things. You know, a lot of
Hmm.
people have. Some people take a year to move on. Some people take 2 years. Some people could take 3, 4 years for them to move on.
True.
But doesn't mean that you that take 1 year didn't still go through the hurt and the pain that the person that took 5 years. It's just that everybody has their level of um how would I put it? The way they can go through stuff, and the length of the patience they have. When
Right.
I there was a relationship I was in before, and this relationship was a relationship I literally thought that, okay, when I was in school, I was like, okay, this was a relationship I was gonna get married to this guy. In short, I really thought that this was gonna end up in marriage. I was gonna marry this guy. Get
Hmm.
what? At the end of the day, when I found out that the guy was cheating and lying about it, and I kept on seeing it, like you're seeing something on your face and you're acting, and they're trying to make you look like a fool, like you're just being too jealous, you're being too insensitive, you're being too problematic.
Yeah,
And
that's that
later on,
narcissist.
yeah, the gaslighting stuff. And later on, when
Hmm.
I found out that this was true, and I decided that, I don't think I can go through this shit. I don't think I'm ready for this
Right.
uselessness. And I decided to move on from the relationship. I remember that it hurt me a lot because this is one
Yes.
person I have planned my life around this guy. I had
Hmm.
envisioned myself, marrying, like building a home, his family liked me, those kind of things you've like envisioned everything about this, your future, and it just went sideways. It took me 2 years to
Wow.
finally say I took 2 years of hating on other guys like, oh, guys are literally the most evil people that I have seen. I didn't want to talk to any guy. I didn't want to meet any guy. I didn't want to, if a guy just says hi, I'm just like, on high alert, like, what? Stay clear from me.
Mm.
But it took me 2 years to be able to heal from that. So if I meet another person that maybe it took 4 or 5 years to heal from that, I will literally not feel like, oh, you're taking too long to heal, because I know that it was even that 2 years it took me, it wasn't easy
Right.
for that long. So this guy, he pissed me off in this episode and saying that, and even still saying that with a straight face.
Yeah, and you when a woman is trying to heal, you don't hold it over her head. She opened up and let everybody know what she had just been through, but yet here she is showing up, standing up, you know, ready for this new adventure. And this is all these fools could talk about. Well, she's still not healed from past relationships. You know, like I don't get
Mm,
it. You know, don't
don't
like.
judge someone like that.
Yeah, seriously, because you don't know what a woman goes through, because women, we love deep. Gosh. Because every time we're with a guy, and we tend to fall in love, we plan in our mind that they're going to be here forever, to eternity. And then
Mhm.
when it doesn't work out, yeah, you're heartbroken. You put all this time and energy into a person, you know and you were overlooking a bunch of other prospects you could have been with, you know but no, you're with dummy here who doesn't know how to receive you, you know and they mislead you, break your heart, and tell you to get over it. you know So yeah, I've been there. I know how it feels. You know, I'm not saying I'm the one that breaks hearts now, because no, I don't do that. No, I don't do that. I mean, I could, but I don't do that
Yeah.
simply because I know how it feels. You know, I'm loyal. I'm honest. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel about everything. There's no reason for me to lie. And if more people, more men would take that approach, you know, they'd have a
Yeah.
good life. That's why more men these days are ending up in the convalescent homes, because they done messed over so many women. They never found a woman who's gonna take their shit, you know, and they go from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman. The next time they look around, they old, and they family don't want to be dealing with them, because
Mm-hmm.
hey, you messed up your life running through women instead of trying to make a house a home,
Yeah.
because looks fade, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly. And going to the next lady, this was Kira. Man, I don't know what Kira's issues is. Has she been hot before? Has a white lady snatched her boyfriend before? Because I don't understand why she keeps on hitting. So I don't understand why she keeps on
Oh,
hitting on the fact that he looks like someone that dates white women. Like, I don't know.
I don't know where that came from, but it was like, oh, wow, really? you you got all that just from being on the show with him? Like, have you seen any pictures? You know,
Like,
have you seen his Instagram page? Like, what the heck, girl? Like, what? That was out of the blue. And I know that
it's
threw him for a loop.
it felt so off to me because as in she kept on hitting, I kept on saying, okay, even if he is like, show the evidence, like bring it out. Don't go accusing somebody just because of their looks. That's not nice.
Yeah,
Looks can be deceiving,
yeah,
you know. Looks can be
yeah,
deceiving. Don't come telling me you look like someone that can date white. Like it pushes guys away. Like I think she's just like Miss Goody Two Shoes.
yeah.
That's how I see Kira Miss Goody Two Shoes. Like she can do no wrong. She's perfect. She's this, she's that. But she has done so many wrongs on the show.
Yeah, she has.
She has a very big issue. I
Yeah,
don't know
she
whether it's
does.
insecurity or something, but she does.
Yeah, like I said, she's like a cartoon character to me. You know what I'm saying? And she just seems like she just snatches shit out of her brain and just says it. Like
Is
who?
it cartoon
Where did
character?
that come from? You look like you date white women. Like, how can you tell? You
I'm
know?
telling you, like I was like, Kira.
And even if he did, so maybe he's not trying to do that right now. You
Yeah,
know?
if even if he
Please.
does, even if he
Yeah,
does date white women, it's not your effing business. You move on to
exactly.
the next person.
Exactly. If that was the case, he would have been on a show where he could fall in love with white women. you
It's
know?
not.
Yeah, that was
It's
just
not that hard because I believe in if you go to a guy, you're on this kind of show. We have so many guys. It's like there's so many guys to pick from. I
Mhm.
go to this guy and he isn't what I want or I need in my life. Simple and short, I move on. I go to the next guy. Like, why are you hitting about the fact that he looks like someone that dates like please just shut up for a while. Just like I feel like she might be the next lady that might leave if it's the guy's turn again.
Yeah,
I
I
I
I think
see
she's gonna be leaving too.
I feel like she's gonna be leaving next
Oh yeah,
amongst
oh yeah,
the next time the guys are choosing who to go. I think she's gonna be leaving because what else does she have to offer? She's just too much.
yeah. She really is, and she doesn't like anybody.
Mhm. She doesn't. I don't see her liking any. I don't really think she has any from our own end. We're not even talking whether the guys do like her back, but from my own end, I don't think she literally has someone that you say, okay, oh, I do really like this guy. Okay, Kara likes this guy. Let's just now look whether the guy likes her. She doesn't like anybody. Talk
Yeah,
more of the feelings being reciprocated. Like she doesn't.
no, she doesn't. She truly doesn't. And somebody else, Jessica. Uh, who does she like?
See, some of those ladies there, I think they're just hanging. I feel like right now the guys are just removing the girls they find displeasing or the girls that said something off to them. I think now they've removed Unique, and by next week, okay, upper week probably they'll remove what's her name, Kira. From then
Kira.
we'll start seeing the
Mhm.
cracks
Yeah,
because now all the nines is not left we're not left with all the nines girls. Now we start saying who truly does have connections with who doesn't have connections with who.
yeah. I want to see what Jessica is gonna do.
I don't think she has any. I don't think she has any connection at all. I don't. But speaking of connections now, what's with Quentin and Herbert sharing the same connections? Are they in a competition? because I don't get it. He said he likes Christy, he likes Janelle. All of a sudden he's saying he likes Lee. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked when he said he likes Lee. Maybe production hasn't shown us anything or the editors hasn't shown us anything between him and Lee, but I never thought Lee was on his list of ladies.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he likes Lee. And did you see the face that's, I don't know, I want to call him a Nikompo, did immediately he said Lee. And I'm like, why are you pissed off he's saying Lee? We've seen that you always say Janelle. Janelle is your main connection. Why are you pissed off if he's saying he likes Lee?
Yeah. I
Why the
don't get
confusion?
it.
Because
Yeah.
literally it's when I saw these things, I was like, exactly. Are these people here to love or because I don't understand what is going on? You're pissing me off. You are having the same ladies on your side, Lee, Christine, Janelle, you two, Lee, Christine, Janelle. I'm pretty sure if tomorrow Herbert mentions another girl, he too will mention. Are they in the competition with each other? Who can pull the biggest number of girls? Who can
Yeah.
have the highest number of girls like them? Because I don't understand. It's not looking as if they are there to love. It's looking as if they're trying to do a competition of who can pull the most girls.
Yeah. Like they got a secret bet or something going. You know? So yeah, I see that, you know. It doesn't seem like he likes anybody, really. You know, I don't see the
Quentin, I've,
connections.
I've, I've always said it that I don't think Quentin likes anybody on the show. I just feel like he's doing this to get airtime.
Yeah.
He's doing all
That's
this
very
to get
possible.
more time on the show. Because even when he invited Unique and Kira for the date, I was shocked. Because if I'm to choose or to guess who he would have taken on that date, I would have said Lee.
Mm-hmm.
But he took Unique and Kira. That makes me feel already that okay, this guy just trying to gather all the ladies' hearts to make him feel like okay, there's a connection there. He's just dropping a little bit of connection everywhere. So
Yeah.
nobody's gonna mention his name.
Yeah. Or either he's trying to see how he feels about each of them for elimination, you know?
Mm. But the thing is, I also don't feel that he likes anybody. I feel
No.
like he's just putting the act for us for the show's sake. For the show's sake, that's what I feel like he's just doing.
Yeah.
I well, I will just go continuously watch to see whether there's not going to be beef between the both of them over this liking of the same ladies. I feel like it's going to cause issues. Well,
What over
um,
Janelle?
over all the ladies because you can't tell me two guys are liking the same ladies. They must fight over one. It's either they'll fight over Lee or they fight over Janelle or they fight over Kristen.
Mm-hmm.
They must fight over one
Oh
because
yeah.
I don't understand why they are mentioning each other's names. Oh, I like Lee, I like Kristen, and they are all getting jealous whenever I'm like, why are you getting jealous?
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
jealousy is unwarranted. It's unwarranted at all. I feel like these ladies they made mistakes. Yeah, I feel like they made serious mistakes. Oh, I really
Yeah.
hope it goes well for them.
Well, I hope so as well.
And the fact that Unique left pissed me off. I felt like Kira was supposed to have gone, not
Mm-hmm.
Unique.
Right.
Does not deserve still continuously being on the show. She doesn't put anything. I feel like Unique was the one that needed to be on the show, but
Yeah.
you know, it
Hmm.
was, yeah, she had to go. But there's one thing I was like, it didn't make sense. When she left the show, Red was on Instagram, like, yeah, after saying those things about me, you still followed me the next week after I left. I'm like, don't be petty,
Wow.
man.
Oh wow. That is very petty. Like high
Like,
school.
don't be petty. You a
Wow.
comic, for God's sake. I have never seen this kind of um he
Kind of
kept on trolling her
response.
online, like, liking comments of people that said, "Oh, after Unique did what she did to Red, she's still going home after him." He kept on liking comments about people saying that, reposting comments of people saying that. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. And he even went as much as thanking, what's his name, Marvin, for letting Unique, for chasing Unique out of the show.
Mm. Yeah, he's petty.
Like,
He's petty as hell. Like
that's
why are you doing this? I don't understand. Like leave the girl alone. You're mad because you called yourself at the beginning of the show starting to like her, and she found out what you did for a living, and maybe she heard of you, maybe she went to one of your shows, maybe it wasn't that good to her, she just let you know her opinion, you know that your job is bullshit, ain't no woman gonna be going for that, you being in these clubs and these dives, all times of the night, you know
yeah.
so he didn't like that. That hurt him to the core, you know? And so he's just gonna ride this wave, you know? He's just gonna keep on saying destructive little stuff because that's how petty he is. He's hurt like a little girl.
It does. It literally doesn't make sense to me. Well, I'm glad they are off the show. Let's
Yeah.
see who is going to go home this week. But I would say I love this season. I prefer this season to last season. Last season was dry for me. I think I even stopped halfway. I stopped. I stopped watching halfway of the season last season. But I'm
Uh-huh.
literally happy that this season is doing a lot more better. At least I think it's doing much more better than before.
Yeah, but they need to get a better quality of men on that show. You know,
Mm,
because these guys, I don't know what's going on with them. They're not ready. I don't think. I think maybe uh Chris, the new guy, um, Marcerio, the guy whose dad had passed away,
yeah,
and
Moria.
yeah, and maybe Phil. I think they might be ready to love as far as the guys, but the rest of them, nah. Oh, and Chris, the guy who's from
Mm,
Africa, he seemed like he's ready to love, but he's looking in the wrong places.
yeah, exactly. Well, I wish them well
Yeah,
in the in
so do
their
I.
endeavors. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today on another chat on Ready to Love. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. And don't forget to subscribe. Click on the subscription button down below. And we'll see you guys
Have a
tomorrow.
good
Yeah,
one. Yeah, have a
tomorrow
good
for Love
one.
and Marriage Detroit. Bye.
All right, bye bye.